Hey, Fantasy Goats. How are you this evening? I missed it. I had to have missed it. Or I'd like to laugh too. Uh, Hope everybody's doing fantastic.
It's
You know,
Friday, bro.
it is Friday, absolutely. And tonight we're just gonna bring you a nice little fantasy session. We're gonna get into a little fact and fiction. You know, we have questions that need to be answered. Yes, we have predictions that we'll make very, very, very early. Early. I want to make that part abundantly clear. Like this stuff is going to change based on the season, right? Based on how the months go through, go into the 2026 season, of course. But yeah, I figured, we just like we'll talk some shop. I also want to get into a little bit of news and notes, Rhino, JX. There's nothing that crazy. It is the Super Bowl off week. Next week, we will return like we always do, goats. We will return with the Super Bowl previews. We'll deliver to you guys. Um, break them down. The winners, who's going to win, why they're going to win, how they're going to win, so on and so forth. But yeah, I want to spend some time before we get into the fact or fiction biggest questions in 2026 fantasy football. I would like to remind all the goats, by the way, if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. We got content all season, off season
True,
long.
dude.
He's a true motherfucking goat. That's part of the news and notes. I'm glad that Tron's here to remind me of news and notes, and this particular item will kind of sort of carry over into kind of like a fact or fiction. Something I thought of yesterday while I was listening to the Bobby Saleh press conference. Yes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no
I know
brakes.
what I mean.
He's gonna be good. I'm telling you, he's gonna
It's
be
gonna
good
be
there.
good. Yes.
He's gonna be good there.
And then hearing that Brian Dable wanted to move up to get Cam Ward too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all about that, bro. All about that, man.
But let's stick with. Well, Brian Dable is going to be important. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Bobby Saleh. I was reminded, listening to that presser, on why I like this guy so freaking much. All gas, no brakes. I remember. It dawned on me. I remember hearing it years ago when he was introduced in Fulham Park. And it's the way he approaches there. It's that motto stays with him when it comes to everything, anything,
Yeah.
every part of his life.
See
Yeah,
the
he has,
size of his family?
plus he has
Oh,
11 kids. All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes.
no, there's certainly no brakes and there's no contraceptives either. But yeah, there's it's a huge family. God bless him. How he approaches life, man. We wake up and how do you get better? Yes. No wonder I like this guy so much. And yeah, they're gonna play violent. They're gonna do the violent talk again. Speed, fast. Yeah, he's gonna be very good for this team. Brian Dable's gonna be very good for this team. And there was one question that really stood out. It was the best question that pool asked. And that pool wasn't as sharp as some of the others. Not for any other reason other than me listening to a bunch of them now. Like the San Fran pool wasn't that impressive. The Atlanta Falcons pool was. The Giants pool, yes, they are. Um, do you have a succession plan? Considering based on how when you succeed here, if you are going to say what you're going to do and be improved and be better Brian Dable will have another opportunity to be head coach. Do you have a succession plan? I thought that question was perfect.
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely was a great question. And yeah, I mean, he had to kind of sort of dance around it, but at the same time, he gave the right answer too. Like, they're very excited about the coaches that they're bringing in. They're very excited about it. It's a blend, youth along with experience. There's a lot to like. There is. You've got the quarterback. We think we have the quarterback.
Mm.
They're starting from scratch, by the way.
Mhm.
Right? I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
They're gonna go right back to the beginning with Cam Ward. His work ethic is what drove Salah. A lot of it had to do with that. And again, without breaking down this entire team like we will when it comes to the AFC South in our off-season divisional previews, goats, we will get into that, what they can do to improve, what they're going to do in the draft, what we think they're going to do in the draft, what we would do for them in the draft.
They do have a good starting set of skill position players. With that was starting to click a little bit.
If you were to ask Jamie Eisenberg about that, because then he spoke about the Titans and those two skill position players, it's underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean,
It's underwhelming.
I look at that offense and I go, I have Cam Ward and I have Shamir DK, and everybody else can pretty much be replaced.
They're young. Those two, him, Iron Maynard, those are young pieces.
Gunnar Helm.
That was the one that he was the most excited about, actually, Gunnar Helm. But the running back room could definitely, again, I'll change the title of the show if we really want to get into it. But let's move. That Falcons presser, that was sharp. They just their delivery and how the questions that they asked. We all know the first text message was to Bijan Robinson. How about first question for you two? Fact or fiction? Bijan Robinson will be the RB1 in 2026.
Fiction.
I like it.
Fiction too.
Yeah, Rugby Rob, coach. We're here.
Yeah, we got that plan. In fact,
we're here.
In fact, tomorrow night, me and Jax will be doing a show after Senior Bowl, going over rookies that we liked, and there'll be some rookie shows coming up. We'll be doing some rookie mock drafts, dynasty mock drafts. So yeah, we got dynasty shows coming up.
And of course, rugby, there'll be shorts and other things across the whole entire season as well, as far as holds, sales, thoughts, things like that. The best thing about dynasty is it kind of changes like the weather, right? You could literally love somebody this week, and then the next week something happens in real life, and it changes everything. So, of course, make sure that you are subscribed and like everything, because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out.
So, one of the reasons why I say fiction is because it's very hard for there to be a repeat RB1. I don't think there's ever been. I don't think it's been a long time since it's been back-to-back RB1. Plus, I think the offensive system is going to change a little bit with that. Zach Robinson, I mean, he did a good job. I'll give you a bold take right now. Bucky Irving will be in running for RB1.
I was going to ask you about Bucky. Probably like 15 minutes from now. So, all right, Bucky, fact or fiction? He's going to rebound in 2026 and reclaim his rookie campaign.
Yes, fact.
Yeah, I'm going to say fact as well.
I like what Zach Robinson brings to the table as offensive coordinator.
It kind of sucks for the wide receivers, but no, for Bucky. No, I think Bucky comes back. I don't think Bucky was right. Something was
No.
off with Bucky. It felt like they were just playing him to keep his face out there to make sure everything was okay. But like we didn't see him catching passes. We didn't see him in the red zone. He was just taking carries and just getting them down to the 5 so Sean Tucker could score touchdowns.
Yeah,
It
and
was a
then
weird situation towards the end of the year, and like I said, that's not the guy we know.
I think he'll be more involved with the receiving aspect because
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him resign Rashid White, and you didn't really see Sean Tucker catching balls. So that's why, yeah, I think so. I really do think he might be a fringe RB1.
Well, fringe RB1 overall, right? Because
Overall,
you could also be RB1 as in like RB1 on your team, but
no,
like eighth
RB1
overall.
overall.
No,
Like to finish,
I think he's
to finish.
I think he's a top 7 back next year.
All right.
Easily.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. But okay. No, I'm not gonna buy that one. By the way, small course correction. Bijan Robinson was an RB1,
CMC.
but it was close enough. Close enough.
How when he had almost 2,500 yards.
What are you talking about? Fantasy points, right? PPR points.
CMC caught passes like a receiver this year. He had over 80 catches.
Yep.
PPR point, and then factor in his total yards from scrimmage, and then add up his touchdowns. It's close. It's close. That's why I'm gonna lean more towards. I think we're splitting hairs. I think they're both going to finish right in the same exact spot. Don't weigh in on CMC just yet, sir. Sir, we're gonna hold that. I did want to back to another press conference, which is going to the Broncos. Greg Penner's press conference, the owner. Then Patton, the general manager. Penner, you could see like the billions just oozing out of him. All right. Like it's just all business. Like so professional. Very, very, very I didn't think he was that in tune to the team, but he is. He's very much in tune to the team. George, and then general manager is also. He's not just like like Sean Payton. There is a lot of credence to what Sean's role is for that team, and like how they all marched. They all kind of marched to his beat, and they're okay with that as well. Damn sports book. Now here's where this guy loses me for a second. All right, totally lost me, but still overall very, very impressive. Our sports performance department, the analytics. We want to bring in guys here that are, not just the Bronco way, right? But guys that are in good that aren't injury prone or not. He didn't say injury prone, not guys that haven't been injured. Well, you lost me there. You lost me because you brought in J.K. Dobbins. All right. So he totally, if you go back to it, you'll see exactly the part that I'm referring to. Like it's almost like he wanted to take it back, but he didn't take it back, and nobody even followed that up. Oh, really? Really? You don't bring in injury players? Like I beg to differ. So with this quote,
with Dre Greenlaw, Hufunga,
J.K.
Dobbins, it's like I'm on a list, like
So now I think part of the reasoning for this injury talk also came up to he was asked about his wide receivers and the skill position players. Like, are you going to make more of an effort to bring in not a stronger wide receiver, but a more talent? Like it wasn't used like that, but like in other words, like the wide receiver room wasn't as strong as they would have liked it to have been, and he kind of pushed back on that. he kind of pushed back on that. And he said, "Oh, we're very youthful. We're very excited about first name. Ready? Go
Pat
ahead.
Bryant.
Yes.
Yeah.
First name that came right out of his mouth was Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin, Mimsy. Then he went to Sutton. Now, I think he was obviously doing that in age youth order. Fact or fiction? They are okay. They're settled on their wide receiver room.
Fiction.
Like fiction. I agree
Fiction.
with
I
that.
say fact.
I agree with that. It's fiction. It's
It's
fiction.
fiction.
It's fiction because they wanted to get Jalen Waddle at the trade deadline. They wanted to get them over the top, maybe to get, whatever the case may, whatever their reasoning was, whether it be because he offers a different type of skill set than what we were getting from some of the other wide receivers, whatever the case was, they wanted Jalen Waddle. The Dolphins were asking for too much.
Let me ask you this: how movable is Sutton's contract?
Next year is probably extremely movable.
So that's why I say fact.
I'm sure he may even be under contract for another 2 seasons.
No, he signed an extension last year, but it wasn't like crazy money,
Mm-mm.
and it probably had like an early out clause. I'm guarantee it, because it was like a 3-year deal.
That's why I think they'll probably give it one more year
Let's
to
take
see
a-
how
I mean,
it
I got
goes.
it. Oh,
And
they
then
are in
if
fantastic
next year's the same way, then
space.
yeah.
Jalen Cortland's son is signed up to 2030. He holds 13.975 annual, 17.5 of cash total, and he carries a dead cap of 39.4. It's a lot of money.
Well, not next year.
I
Maybe
mean,
the
it's
year
not
after that.
like it's
That's why
it's
that's
not
why I'm
necessarily a
saying
lot of money when I forgot if it was Patton or Penner asked about how they've been are they pleased or has it been a challenge navigating through your salary cap situation with the Russell Wilson money? And the response was, we're very happy with the outcome in terms of like how they were able to navigate it. Kind of like, bring in the guys that they did, these last couple of seasons and good deals, good contracts. And now they're done with that. They've got a lot of room and they're gonna shop. They will buy where they feel is needed. They're gonna stack
hopefully.
Next week they're stacking their rosters up against the rest of the league. See what they need to do. I mean, these guys are like fucking. I'm telling you, they are like soldiers. This Bronco team. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I think they can make another run. I don't know how far they're going to go. Fact or fiction? The Broncos will get back to the conference finals.
False. Fiction.
False.
I think it's false too.
Fiction.
No faith.
Fiction.
No, zero faith.
No faith. Interesting.
I think they'll come close, but but I think they'll make it to the conference game and then lose.
I just said the conference finals.
No, the game before that.
That's not the conference finals.
No.
I might be jumping ahead. I might be jumping a little bit ahead here, but I just don't see them making it. If 3 of the 4 out of Lamar, Joe, Pat, Josh make it, I don't see them making the conference finals.
Josh Allen, oh my gosh. Okay, so the Joe Brady press conference. God,
that was good. Good by him. He said all the right things.
He said, yes, he absolutely said all the right things.
This is a puppet.
Yes.
Pull the strings and not anything. Your puppet.
Sutton is signed through 2030. Rugby Goat 2030. He's 30 now. Oh, they're gonna have to do something with that. He didn't have a bad season. He broke 1,000 yards. He got 7 touchdowns. Not a lot of catches. But yeah, by all means, Rugby Rob Goat. Is he part of this dynasty equation that you're asking about? Buy, hold, sell Sutton. I would sell. Sell if you can. Sell. In my Rhino, 25 serious years of watching this game, and then more than that being like a fan and an observer. So 25 serious years. I don't think I've ever seen a situation, a team, and an organization where the quarterback is actually in charge of everything. Literally.
Yeah.
Like he answers to the owner. The owner answers to him until they decide to part ways.
I think Peyton Manning was like that
with the Colts.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I thought about it. Not
Tom
Brady.
was too.
No, not Brady. No, that was Belichick's team. They didn't get.
But Tom Brady had to say in things. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe all right. Maybe at the end after 5 Super Bowl titles. Maybe certainly not those first 3 or 4. He was a good soldier. He's a quarterback.
He was a part of the team.
He was a very important part of the team. Yes, of course. And Bobby Kraft loved him. Still does. And Peyton Manning, I'm pretty sure, followed that same type of mold. Like, look, oh, shucks. I like him. Of course I do.
I don't think so.
Okay. Josh Allen, though. My Lord. Josh Allen's drafted in 2018. Fact or fiction, he's led the league in passing.
Fiction.
I'm going to say fact.
Fiction. He has not led this team. He has not led the league in passing. Fact or fiction, he's QB1 off the board. Come June, July, August.
Fact.
Yep.
Absolute fact.
I would do it too. Yep. I don't know who you'd want to draft. I don't know who's capable of delivering 45-point games in fantasy at any given time, whether it be through the air or through the ground.
I think Lamar.
3 people. Josh, Lamar, and Jaden.
Yeah.
Lamar.
I'd add in Joe Burrow too. To help you, Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty. No, that's like you can't see the ears perking up when I hear Joe Shiesty. Yeah, Josh Allen has not led this league in passing, but yet in 2023, this person has. Fact or fiction? Well, I just gave it to you. Fact. Tua Tagovailoa led the league in passing in 2023.
That's before all his concussions, huh?
No. I don't think so. I mean, wasn't there like two different years of concussions, I believe. I think maybe
it was 2023.
22 was the worst of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, the season in between he was really good.
He led the league in passing. So, okay. In 2026, fact or fiction? Justin Herbert, over 5,000 yards.
Yep.
I'm going to say fact. Yeah.
I'm going to say fact too. If with asterisk, if the O-line stays healthy.
I think even if the O-line, knocking on wood, I hope it does, but if Mike McDaniel knows how to, squeeze those passing yards out. Because the whole time he was in Miami, they didn't have a good O-line one year, and he was still out there chucking the ball over the place. So I'm confident in Justin Herbert getting 5.
So do you think over 300 yards rushing too?
Yes. Herbert might get an MVP in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll say fact on that.
Isn't it? It's Bert's mission to get this guy to the Hall of Fame. It's his mission. He's got to get Justin to the Hall of Fame. He's thrown over 5,000 before.
Yeah.
So it's not that it's out of the question. If that was with Brandon Staley or whoever the hell else was head coach before Jim Harbaugh, it's not out. Yeah, in 2021 he threw for 5,000 yards with Keenan Allen on that team. All right, let me ask you this. If he's throwing for over 5,000 yards, what does that do for where do we put Marion Hampton into this equation, into this Chargers juggernaut? What do we do with that? What do we do with him? And this isn't a fact or fiction. Now I'm just asking.
He'll finish the season like RB7, RB8.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so this team is going to be like.
It's gonna be a juggernaut, dude. Look,
I think it's gonna be humming.
This team's going to be all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys as well.
I can't wait.
Do you think they have a wide receiver 1 on the Chargers?
Yes. I think Ladd's a wide receiver 1.
I don't know if he is a wide receiver 1.
We'll see this year.
Man, like I don't know if he. I don't know. He's not dependable enough. I don't know if someone can come out of that group. Maybe a rookie Trey Harris can, or
that's my next thing was going to say maybe Trey Harris.
There has to be someone to emerge out this group, and it's not. I'm not saying that Ladd McConkey's not good. Ladd McConkey's a very good wide receiver, but I don't know if Justin depends on him when things get rough. Like I'm looking for Ladd, he doesn't do that. He did that more with Keenan Allen than he did with Ladd.
So they bring back Keenan Allen?
No, let that go.
No, he got the receiving record for the Chargers, so he's done. Off to the sunset.
I mean, it'd be nice.
I would probably say yes.
You saw Trey Harris coming more and more in, and then Lambert Smith, he'll be more involved too.
Well, you're forgetting about the most important one and why Keenan Allen won't be there. Rondé Gadsden's taking every route.
Yeah.
Every third down, that's going on Rondé Gadsden now.
Probably within 10 yards. Anything further probably be Ladd.
Because if we think he absolutely could throw for over 5,000 yards. So like let's say yes, he's going to have 5,000 yards. That's okay. You have at least well over a 1,000 yard receiver. Then you need someone that's going to be either another about 1,000 yard receiver and or maybe a couple of ticks under that. Then you're going to need somebody else to be a couple of ticks under that. Like we're talking about a lot of yards here. If he's throwing for 5,000, it's gotta go somewhere. So like I'm a little weary of Ladd as well. But then the other options other than Gadsden, perhaps I don't see Quentin Johnson doing. I can't see Quentin Johnson doing 1,400. I could kind of see Ladd doing 1,400. If he did 11.
Yep.
Yeah, when you put out that tier, the second one you said like grazing 1,000, 1,100, 1,150. That just feels like Ladd McConkey. That just feels like that's safe. 1,500 yard next to Ladd McConkey just feels like a just a shot in the dark. Just I don't know.
Ladd's got speed, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's got speed. We know that Quentin Johnson really doesn't have speed. Like he's got decent speed. I'm sure one of those other two, whether it be Lambert or Trey Harris probably has speed.
Lamar has more speed than Trey Harris. Trey Harris would be more of a possession kind of receiver.
Well, that's not moving the needle for 5,000 yards though. I mean, yeah, I mean at the bottom of the pile, sure.
Yeah, he should be wide receiver 2 on the group. So even if he does like 900,
it's gonna be fascinating.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fascinating. I mean, I have some Lad. I do have some Lad in Dynasty.
Like I said, also it could be somebody completely different.
Yeah.
Because as this time last year, as like sold as we were on Lad McConkey, they brought in Keenan Allen. They drafted Trey Harris. They brought in they drafted Rondé Gasson. They could be looking at this thing go, well, we're dropping Keenan Allen. Quentin Johnson's probably not going to be here another year. Let's go get another guy.
What if they go after what if Mike Evans gets let go? They go after Mike Evans.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out soon with Mike Evans. Also, I don't really see that. I don't really see that dragging out. Nevertheless, it is yes.
How many yards Gatson for? So how many yards did A-Chain catch receiving offhand? Do you know? Was over 500.
Yeah, for sure.
So A-Chain, no, geez, Hampton could get close to that himself too.
Yeah, I mean he's also. I mean he's capable of catching the ball, but he's not the receiver A-Chain is.
No, well, no. I mean it like that, but he is very capable of between 300 and 500 yards receiving.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no.
Somewhere around 1,800 yards from scrimmage, maybe.
I could tell you, Devon A-Chain, fact or fiction, Devon A-Chain stock takes a hit.
Fact.
In the new Green Bay South.
Yeah.
Fact. Big fact.
That's a shame. That's terrible.
I think he still finishes in the top 10, but he'll take a hit.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same type of weapon.
Yeah, he had 488 in the air, 67 catches, which is better than many wide receivers that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And 4 in the air, 4 touchdowns. That's Devon A-Chain through the air. That's nothing on the ground. Ugh.
Trying to think who they brought in as their OC.
They brought in I don't know.
The Bears quarterback coach got OC job somewhere today.
Like Philadelphia.
No, that's Sean Mannion got. He got the OC job. He is the quarterback coach for Green Bay. And then they brought in Gizzard or Blizzard or whatever his name is for Tampa to be passing game coordinator.
Blizzard.
Blizzard?
Lizard. True or false? Fact or fiction? Eagles are going to bounce back offensively under the kind of sort of LaFleur, Shanahan, McVay tree offense.
Fiction.
Isn't he's coming off that tree?
No.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, he is. He's off that tree, but I don't. I think it's too early to tell. Because it's all about Saquon. If they don't fix the offensive line, then it's not going to be back. But if they fix the offensive line, it's going to be a big bounce back here.
Uncle Howie will address that.
If he does, then I'm right here. I'm right here on Saquon.
No. You don't think it's the Eagles are not? The Eagles are not going to bounce back offensively.
No.
Jalen Hurts' numbers won't regress back to the mean.
No, they won't.
Oh, okay. Because of the offensive line, or because
because of the offense, and I think because of Nick Sirianni too.
The jig is up.
If he sees that the offense isn't going the way he thinks, if he meddles in, there's a lot of the coaches were put off by him that came in to be interviewed. There's a lot of, he's not well liked in the coaching circle.
Well, I mean, as an offensive coordinator, once you go into the building, you shake Nick Sirianni's hand, and then he goes back to playing his Nintendo DS. I mean, how serious can you take him? Honestly, right? Like he's just, oh hey, how you doing? My name's Nick. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to finish up this Pokemon Yellow.
Let's not forget also. I mean, let's just go back. Kellen Moore won a Super Bowl. He's out. The dude before that, they got to the wild card and lost. Done. Before that was Shane Steichen, one Super Bowl appearance, and then he was out. He was there for 2 seasons. So Jalen Hurts doesn't really have a steady offensive coordinator.
No continuity, none.
That's first things first. But then now let's put ourselves in candidates position. Well, I mean, like, look, either one or two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to stink and I'm going to lose this job, or B, I'm going to be really, really good and I'm going to get the hell up out of there.
You're getting, and one of the other things, too, is the fact that Mannion if he was a quarterback's coach, he's never called plays. Never.
That's why they brought Josh Gizzard in.
As a pass game coordinator. So it's gonna be a was it 3 or 4 years ago? It was Judge and Patricia as co-offense coordinators. That was a freaking mess.
That was gross. That was
back to
disgusting.
Back to what you said, right? This coordinator, the coordinator before that, the coordinator. So I mean, you tell me what the issue is. I can't say the issue is, but Kevin Pachulo. Terrible offense. It's all Kevin Pachulo's fault. It's all Kevin Pachulo's fault.
Yeah.
Last year, they won a Super Bowl. But in the beginning of the season, it was Kellen Moore is not doing this right. What is Kellen Moore doing? Kellen Moore. And then the year before that, Brian Johnson, he's not doing things right.
Brian
he's not
Johnson. That's the other guy.
So we have Brian Johnson, Kellen Moore for half of a year, and Kevin Pachulo. There's two people who are there all the time, stationary through those whole 3 years. They got to find out the problem. It's either the quarterback or the head coach. One of them is a problem.
I think it's the head coach.
I think the guy who uses crayons. I think that's the problem. Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a limb. I mean although it's either A or B, it's heads or tails. This fucking team's not afraid to go get a new quarterback either. They're not afraid of a new quarterback. Now I'm not saying that doesn't necessarily absolve Sirianni, because we all know that they're not afraid to change him. But I don't think they're very as crazy as it is. They'll move all of Jalen Hurts, but that's not immediate. I don't think that's going to be immediate. It would have to be something lousy coming up in 26, 27, maybe.
Let me ask you guys a question then. If they come out of the gate slow, do you think Sirianni can be fired?
No.
Who is going to run the rest of the team? Fangio? Well, I don't think Fangio don't want any part of that. He just wants to coach defense. He wants to have those Eagles fly. Yeah, no, I think Sirianni stays throughout the whole thing, and then they fire him in the middle of it, or at the end of it.
At the end, they're gonna do it in the middle. They'll wait it out.
But the other constant, War Chief, other than Hurts and Sirianni that we were discussing, right? The one mainstay happens to be the vice president of football operations and general manager, Howie Roseman. So we also have to kind of put some stock into him. We have to. Like he'll get this team in a position where they will be competing at the very freaking least for a wild card. at the very least, if not the division again.
I don't think so. I don't think they make the playoffs.
Then all hell's gonna break loose. But look, it's possible. Save those. I mean, I can't tell you to save shit because I'm already making bold predictions.
I mean,
Rhino,
how like, do you have some just amazing binoculars over there because you just want to see Philly burn down? Like,
no, I don't. But it's very rare. It's very rare that the same team repeats not just once but twice as a division. Okay, then you have division. Then you have the fact that Jaden Daniels is coming back healthy. You have pretty much an improved Giants team. You're going to have an improved Cowboys team probably. But if they fix their defense, they can take over the division with that offense they have. That's why. No, I don't mind Philadelphia.
It was like 15, if not maybe 20 years.
No, I got 15, the magic ball right here, and I shake it.
The Eagles were back-to-back division title.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the first time since like 90-something. So it's not that often that the same division winner from the East. I'm not saying that this applies only to the NFC East. Wins a back-to-back. You know,
all the other teams in NFC East are going to be improved. And you think about the teams in the NFC East that they played; those are bonus wins for them. If they've been, let's say, if they were in, I don't know, another division, the North, they might not have had the same record because it's a tougher division.
Yeah, the East is a beast. East is a beast. Well, the Eagles will make the playoffs. Now, again, I said it at the top of the show. I said, look, these predictions, if we happen to make them, could very well change based on information, based on things that happen in this offseason. So if you feel like changing it,
absolutely,
you have up until September 5th.
These are preliminary calls.
You have until our final preseason show before the season starts, Rhino, to change your stuff.
I remember what I say.
Fact or fiction? I've got Ashton Genty. I've got Marion Hampton. I've got R.J. Harvey, and I've got Trevion Henderson. Ashton Genty will be how do I want to phrase this? Least productive in 2026.
Fiction. Oh God, fiction. You have Colton Miller coming back. They're going to move Jackson Power Johnson back to center. They have a third round Rodgers, I think was his name, guard that was balling out pretty good towards the end of the season. No,
I think Marion Hampton's on the better team.
For sure. But I just feel like
I agree.
From watching all those guys, I think there's a gap. And I was a fan of Marion Hampton, but as far as just like talented running back, there's a gap between Ashton Genty and everybody else. That dude is probably the strongest running back I've ever seen. Like literally, I know people say it. I know people say he always makes the first guy miss. Ashton Genty literally always makes the first guy miss. Always.
I think he led the league with yards after contact with like 600 or something like that. He had 1,300 yards from line. He had 1,300 yards last year behind a jacked up offensive line and with shitty play calling. So it's probably looking like Kubiak's going to be the head coach probably. That's an upgrade right there. Bringing a good offensive line coach, that's going to be an upgrade. A healthy Colton Miller, healthy Johnson.
I'm just hoping GT. Yeah. I'm just hoping GT stays in the 301 to 306 range next year. No higher than that. I want him right in the 301, 306.
Good luck. That's where it should be, but it won't be. Well, now you're speaking of Clint Kubiak, KK. Fact or fiction, Seattle Seahawks have a little window here where they could be seriously competitive in 2026, maybe play in the Super Bowl again, maybe 27, maybe do some of this Kansas City Chiefs kind of sort of run.
Did you guys
Fact or fiction?
Hold on. Did you see that they're putting the Seahawks up for sale after the Super Bowl?
And I also saw Jody Allen say that they don't respond to rumors or speculation.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Jeff Bezos?
Ooh.
Maybe.
The Amazon Seahawks? We
They're-
deliver?
They're in the process of selling the Portland Trailblazers, and the Seahawks will go up for sale. But after this season, I'm not sure about. I think it has something to do with whatever the hell his instructions were. Only they know what Paul Allen's instructions were in his estate. Seahawks 2026. Regardless of what happens next week.
Fiction.
And
I hate having these takes because it's always looked at, well, you're a hater because you're a Rams fan. I think losing Clint Kubiak is a
yeah. Like why would he want to go to the Raiders? Come on, just stick around. Do the Ben Johnson thing.
He might.
I think that'd be a home run.
I mean, do you think Ben Johnson would have stayed if they would have won the Super Bowl the year before? I don't know if he would have or not.
That final season that he was
No, the season before that, when they lost to San Francisco.
No, I think he would have left then.
Yeah, and
I also think that Kubiak sees the fact that they have the number one draft choice. They're third,
$100 million.
They have Gene and Bowers.
How about that corner post that he called for JSN? Holy smokes!
He absolutely schooled Shula. I think Shula didn't get a job because of how bad he got cooked.
The way he's moving JSN around and just creating havoc. Havoc.
It wasn't as much as like the Seahawks had better offensive players than defensive players. It's just that it just looked like Kubiak knew exactly how to attack everything and how they would react to, like you said, JSN in the backfield, JSN in the slot, JSN in the Z, JSN they played it all.
They had 2 games to look back on and see the Rams.
They did absolutely.
There's that element without question. You have enough non-cross tape, as Tomlin would say. We have cross tape. We don't have much cross tape. There's plenty of tape. It also helps that this guy's a fucking elite wide receiver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Elite.
Top 4 easy.
I don't know. I don't know if Alec Iamaner's doing that. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's doing that.
Nah.
Although where did he go? He went to Stanford, right?
He was Stanford.
Yeah.
He's a smart boy.
Smart guy, yeah.
Smart boy. Any others? I mean, I could give you guys questions all day long.
Well, I got one for you, kind of off of the first thing we talked about, Bijan being RB1. What do you guys say to
get rid of him?
Kyle Pitts taking another leap, and he finishes tight end 1 next year?
Ooh.
Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Fact, dependent on whether he stays with Atlanta or if he perhaps lands on a different team.
I'm going to say stays with Atlanta.
Then fiction. Even though Kevin Stefanski knew tight end, it's still
he loves tight ends.
Still tight end. Get it? Kyle Pitts, I don't know. I mean, he had a really, really good season this past season, and that's still.
Finished tight end 2.
Did he finish 2?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Finally.
Who finished 1? Trey?
Yeah,
then Kyle Pitts?
Trey, Pitts, everybody else.
Are we positive about that?
Yes.
You're questioning the war chief?
I'm not questioning the war chief. I'm questioning
Sound like you're
myself.
questioning the war chief.
You're questioning chief tight end?
Yeah.
I am chief tight end.
He goes to tight end you.
I do every year.
No, I mean we just recently did the show, like how the accountability, where we were right and where we were wrong in terms of the players. Kyle Pitts, I know he finished top 5. Yeah, whatever. I'll give him no problem. Does he finish? Does he finish better than that?
Yeah,
No,
I'm saying he finished 2.
no. I'll most likely not bold. I definitely hold. I reserve the right to change this answer. I'll probably double back down on Brock, a healthy Brock with a Mendoza in that regard of the tight end scape. I think Kyle Pitts is going to go get himself a bag. I don't think it's going to be from Atlanta. He's going to go get himself a bag in free agency. Maybe the Chiefs. Maybe. So if he goes to the Chiefs, now we're talking something different. What else? By the way, I did want to go back to that. Which press conference was it? There was an interesting like tie together. Fuck. All right, guys. All right, goats. All right, stewards. Anything else? Anything else we wanna?
One more.
Yeah.
I have a couple more.
Go ahead. Let's roll, baby.
Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? Is David Montgomery going to be with the Lions to start the season?
Fiction.
I would probably go fact. Probably without knowing his situation right now. I mean, why not? Drew Petzig? Why? I mean, the Drew Petzig would probably. I mean, why not?
I don't see how he makes. I don't see how he makes opening day roster. Just because you gotta prepare yourself to pay Jahmyr Gibbs, and the way he was losing carries last year, I just don't see how they don't strike while the iron is most hot. Because if you play in the same kind of snap share next year, you're not getting nothing for him. So you might as well get something for him now. Maybe draft a rookie power back and then kind of move on that way.
I could buy into that. And then they just like they release David Montgomery, and then he becomes someone else's problem. Let's get back to Drew Petzig for a minute. What do we think about him with the Lions? Rebound Lions.
I think he's Dan Campbell's puppet.
That's not very good. You know what I mean? That's not helping matter. Dan Campbell hasn't really shown us the ability to call fantastic games consistently. Now that might just be part of the game. You know what I mean? Like that. I mean, like who? Unless you're Ben Johnson, and I think even Ben Johnson would say he gets shit wrong. Kyle Shanahan, I think, would get shit wrong. Pats win, Smitty Goat. There you go, Smitty, baby.
Let me take my bias out of it. Okay, I'm taking my bias out of it of how poorly he handled Kyler Murray in that situation. I'm gonna take my bias out of it.
Oh my God!
If we really want to look at it, when Drew Petzing started, kind of digging in with Jacoby Brissett, who was similar to Goff, they were throwing the ball over the football. They were throwing the football over the place. Sam Laporta could have a better year, a more breakout year. We could see, Amon Ra's going to be Amon Ra. And I mean, Gibbs is going to do what Gibbs needs to do. So, I mean, it wouldn't be crazy if he brought some stability back to that offense. Like I said, I'm just so like I hate him so much for what he's done that I can't take my bias out of it. But just taking the bias out, he could be good for the Lions.
Just
I hate him.
back with what you said
I hate
with
him.
what he about Jacoby Brissett and throwing the ball over the place. Part of that was the fact because they had no running game.
Mm-hmm. Now he does.
Now he does.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't think
Now
he
he's
might not
got
be
it.
throwing the ball all over the place. And plus, we know Dan Campbell wants to run the ball.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen him have good running games too. I mean, James Conner was an RB1 multiple years with him, so it's not like he doesn't know how to run the football. Yeah, man. I mean, Detroit getting Lex Luthor, it's not the worst thing. I mean, like I said, taking my bias out of it, I think, like I said, I think it can bring stability to their offense.
Yeah, I haven't made up my full mind yet on that. I mean, the Arizona was just so lousy, and then to go from lousy to the Lions, it's gonna take a performance. It's gonna take like a lot of convincing, and when I say a lot, I mean like maybe by week 8, by week 10. No, I'm not talking about the smoke coming out of training camp. Let's see what this guy. I mean, I don't know what they're going to install. True. Fact or fiction. How does this affect the other skill position players? Sam Laporta. If we're going to go from one mold to the other, to the one from one team to another, you would think Laporta stands to get a bump. You would think nothing really changes with Amon-Ra. Now he's got a run game. Where does that leave? Like, where does that leave J-Mo? Where does
I
that
think it
leave
hurts
Montgomery?
J-Mo, I do.
But with Sam Laporta, he's the one injured his back, correct?
Assuming he's healthy. Assuming he has a good back. I think he'll be all right. Unless he's got like some real serious problem with his back. But I mean, if it was corrected, he should be all right. I think he's going to be all right. What do I know? Man, the Lions, man. Those Lions. Oh, speaking of the Lions, how about Quessy? What happened to Quessy? Yeah. What happened to Quessy now that Sammy Donald is in the Super Bowl? It's about time.
Yeah, no,
It's about time.
Vikings fans have not liked Quessy for quite some time now.
I'm not sure what his role really was. Like yeah, I get like a lot of I know that they take care of the salary cap. They're capologists. They're deal makers. They do all that. Scott White goat. Ooh. Who do you guys think Neighbors got?
Yes. Yes. I think yes, but not at full speed, maybe. But yes, they'll be ready.
I think Neighbors is giving us intentional smoke because he's just a different cat. He's a different cat. He's going to walk around with a cane now. I'll play when I'm ready. He's just a different cat. He's going to play. Malik Neighbors is a different cat.
And Scalaboo, we know he's going to play. How much he's going to play, what that's going to look like, it's a different story.
Because they have to give Tyrone Tracy the ball. They have to. Like I know Scatterbull is the big market draw, but man, Tracy was putting games together at the end of the season. Like, they got to find a way to keep him in the game plan.
They don't have an offensive coordinator yet either.
They don't.
Nevertheless,
was that where Chicago Bears quarterback coach went to?
Mm-mm.
Declan
hasn't. I don't think Declan has gotten the job yet.
No, Declan.
I can't remember
Declan was hired today. What about Rashee Rice and James Conner? Rashee Rice,
he's out of freaking trouble.
His situation might be predicated again to more off the field bullshit. James Conner or Scott Goat. I wouldn't
No.
draft James Conner if he had a clean bill of health mailed to me. Like defy HIPAA laws, all that. I want to like even if he showed me his most recent doctors like scans. I wouldn't
Definitely got
draft
hired by the
James.
Ravens. That's where he got hired.
James Conner's he's done. James Conner's had a great career. James Conner's not Derrick Henry,
No.
and he's probably around the same age, maybe a year younger. Rashee Rice, though, again dealing with freaking off the field nonsense. We think we shouldn't speculate on it either because right now there's nothing going on with it. I don't know what I mean from that last surface whatever video or picture or
Mystic.
I'll say this too about Rashee Rice. Aside from Andy Reid force feeding him the football for no reason at all when he came back, he wasn't that impressive. He wasn't that impressive.
Yeah.
It lasted for 3 games. It lasted for 3 or 4 games. That was
Yeah,
the end of it.
wasn't that great.
Then the rest of the team collapsed around it. And then they just collapsed. So yeah, when he came back, which was what, week 8? Yeah, 8, 9. Maybe there was a bye in there. So 8, 9, 11, 12. And then the Chiefs couldn't string anything together. They couldn't.
I wonder if they'll be looking at department again. And I feel like they keep going, man, I'm tired of having to get another wide receiver, another weapon.
Let me ask you this at 9. If you're a Kansas City Chiefs at 9, drafting 9th, do you draft Jeremiah Love?
No.
No, you don't.
Fact or fiction? Brees Hall will be a Kansas City Chief.
Fiction.
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 He's going to be a Titan.
He might.
Oh God, I love that.
Yes, I think Bobby Sala will try to go get him. If the Jets don't slap that taggy on him, which they can do, and if you're the motherfucking mutts, you have no reason to just let him go. You have no reason to just hold him hostage if you know he doesn't want to be here, or if the team. Absolutely zero reason to have Brees Hall. Unless Brees Hall really wants to be part of whatever the hell you're selling, then fine. Then give him a contract. Don't give him a franchise
How they gonna
tag.
throw freaking Frank Wright or freaking Monken or who's the other freaking person they're talking to that?
It's not Monken. Monken is in Cleveland.
That's right. What? No, it was
Frank Reich, Greg Roman.
Greg Roman. Yeah, that's right.
Frank Reich, hell of a resume. Did a really good job in Carolina. You're talking to Frank Reich, like we all think that the Panthers owner David Tepper isn't really one of the bright spots for the league in terms of owning a franchise.
Right.
And he hired Frank Reich. Why are we following that suit? Why? Because we're the Jets. And we're Woody. So birds of a feather. I'm going to go
Fly together.
That's right. I'm gonna go ape shit when we get to the Jets. It's so ugly. It's so messy. Yeah. So I think we covered a lot. I know I'm missing one other piece of news that gets tied to fantasy. I know that I am. AJ Brown, maybe no.
Do you think he gets traded? Fact or fiction? He gets traded.
I'm gonna go with fact. I think he will be traded.
I think so too.
Now, where will he be traded? I know you got the real You got the professors on Twitter that think, oh yeah, well, he played for,
Oh yeah, he's going to the Patriots because
Vrabel, of course. I don't think the Patriots are gonna. As much as AJ Brown's he's probably not. He's not a bad. I don't think he's a bad dude, right? I don't think he's really missing screws.
he
I
just
think
wants
he's
to-
too
he
much.
wants the ball.
He's more of like the diva, outspoken. Doesn't mean any harm, but yet he's causing it anyway, just by default. No, I don't think the Patriots need that. Maybe he goes back to Tennessee.
maybe the Raiders. They need a wide receiver one.
Just not Philly.
That's the other thing, right? So like AJ Brown, we know he's getting up there in age. As a matter of fact, he's not out of prime just yet, but
No.
He's just on the precipice of
he's
going
starting.
down.
He's starting to. He's close to
Like
that.
that big word, yeah.
He's
I like that
definitely
big word.
he's definitely around that threshold. He is. Like he's like one season away from turning into Amari Cooper. And I mean, like, what are you trading? That's the $1 million question. What the hell? What's the value?
Probably a third.
I see a second round pick.
Probably. Yeah, I think that's what the
Okay,
Eagles
second
will want.
at the best, third at worst.
I think Jalen Waddle was again. Now I'm going back to the reports. This isn't from anything that I listened to the other day. I think Jalen Waddle was being shopped for the third, and that wasn't good enough at the time. That's Jalen Waddle. I mean, I think
If he's not getting a third,
you're gonna put that in the same kind of bucket. All right, Rhino. Did we cover everything?
Yeah, I'm sure there's all three of us heads are spinning, so we'll have more questions. So I think we could do this again.
Declan, where did Declan go?
Baltimore.
Pittsburgh?
Baltimore.
Oof.
Pittsburgh signed somebody.
Yeah, they signed
Patrick Graham.
That's defense.
Yeah.
Yes. They're about to have a makeover. They're about to have an offensive makeover.
Yeah, Pittsburgh hired Dallas Cowboys tight end coach to be the OC.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I take your word for it.
I can't remember the name. Lucky, something like that. But yeah.
Lucky. Yeah, he's very lucky. All right, Goats. I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. Be safe from the weather if you're in that type of environment, situation. Smitty and the Pats. We will be back next week.
We'll be back tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
We'll be back tomorrow night.
Senior Bowl reaction.
Break down the Senior Bowl rookies that we like, where we think they might go, who showed up and who showed out. Join me and JX tomorrow night.
Love it. See you next week.
Be a difference, make a difference. Everybody stay blessed. See you tomorrow night.
Go Panini.
Panini.